YouTube, I am Amos Nemos and welcome to Linux. In this video, I am gonna show you a priceless piece of advice. I'm gonna show you one of the most important function you will code in Bash. And if you're not a programmer, if you're new to Linux, well, hello! I am Amos Nemos and I do programmation stuff because programmation is magic. It's freedom. And I'm gonna show you a little bit of it, okay? I'm not gonna show you everything. So I'm gonna go into the folder right here, and in the general function folder, I use tab to autocomplete the name of the folder I go in. Again, this is for if you're new to Linux and you don't know how I type that fast. It's not that I type fast, it's that Linux autocompletes the name of the folder I'm typing. And if I go into, let's see the content of the random function.sh. That's the magic trick. I'm gonna make it bigger just for you so that you can clearly see this amazing function in all its glory. It's glorious, I know. It's very simple, very minimal. Like I need to modify it. I forgot to change something. I will remove the there was an echo statement and I don't need that in the function. This was for debugging purposes. So if I print the function again, that's it. That's all it is. That's beautiful and simple. People say that Bash isn't a programming language. Well, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you! They say that Bash isn't a programming language for a stupid reason, like there's no return statement. There's no way to return a value. Well, there's no way to return multiple values at once, as far as I know. Maybe there is, but maybe I'm too stupid to know them. But basically, you can use a return statement in Bash function. You can do pretty much everything in Bash that you can do in other programming language. So, to my perspective, Bash is a programming language that you don't need to compile. Similar to Python. Is it the best programming language in the world? Depends on your use case. If your goal is to make like software to sell to people, you want to be able to compile it. So, I mean, it would be nice to be able to compile it unless it's open source. And you don't care that people will just be able to copy it, the content of it, and understand how it works and steal some part of it for their own project. I call it steal some part of it because if you're making a commercial project and I mean you worked hard on finding those small, shortcut to make your stuff works, why give it away? Like this function, I could have kept it to myself. But first of all, this line of code right here is not something I invented. It's just how people generate random number on Bash with Bash. And I thought to myself, like, that's not what I think of when I think of a random function. That's not how I want to use a random function. I want to use it like this. So first of all, I'm going to source the random.sh file so that this function is integrated into my terminal, into my Bash terminal. And now what I will do next is I will call the name of the function, which is random. So far, so good. I hope everybody's following along. And then I will be able to type the first argument right here, which will be for this test 5. And the max value, the first argument is the minimum value of the random range. And then you have the maximum value, which will be 10 for this example. Now, if I press enter, this is the result you get. Nothing. And this is how it's supposed to be, because in Bash, when you return something, to see the content of what you returned, you need to use $sign and question mark. That's it. Now if I do enter, will I see the result? No, because it returned the number 9 for example, and it's not something that the terminal know what to do with it. So it needs to be in an echo statement. So you do echo so that it will print it on screen. That's what it will do with the number that you give it. So random will give you a random number between 5 and 10, or any value that you use as arguments. And we end the line, we end the comment right here, and then we start another comment that say, hey, show us the result. And as long as you do not use another return statement between those two comments, you will get the return statement for the random function. There you go. It returned 12. And we can do something fancy like saying result is, there you go. Something like that. Ain't that fancy? And you can do something even more fancy. You can do something like clear the screen first and then result is 0. No, you cannot do that because clear is a function. It returns 0. Yeah, that's my bad. You can't do that. So how would you go about doing this? In fact, I'm not sure. I don't know how you would do this. To clear the screen and do this. Yeah, you will probably need to put the clear statement right here, and now it will work. See, you need to be smart when you program in Bash, because Bash has its own way of doing things, and if you don't follow the proper order, you won't get the proper result. Makes sense. So, as you can see, we use the clear function, which returns 0, and it returns it to nothing. Then we change the return statement with the random function, which will return a random number between both arguments that it's given, and then it will print the result with the last comment. So here on this single line, I have 3 lines of code. I have 3 comments that will be executed. I have the first comment, which is clear, then I end the line. I have another comment, which is random, and then I end the line, and I have another comment, which is echo. So it needs to be, to get this result, I need to have multiple lines, and since I'm on the terminal, I like to do it like this. But I think another way of achieving the same result would be to use this symbol right here. Or is it this one? I forgot which one is it. But I think you can do something like that to say this is the end of a line, this is the end of a line. And this should also work. No, it does not, and I don't know why. Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe I just don't know how to insert multiple lines other than using like this symbol right here, which I don't know the name by heart because I'm a French speaker, and it's already good enough that I can do those videos for you. And speaking of which, this one is long enough already. So since I shared with you such amazing knowledge, such amazing priceless knowledge, the least you can do is leave a like and maybe leave a comment and maybe share this video. I don't know, man. Make me famous if you want to. It's in your hands now. The ball is on your side. I did what I do, and I have an error right here. I hope this video still doesn't have many issues. I hope it worked because that ain't good. Backward in time. I think the beginning of the video was cut off. That ain't good. Why does it do that? I don't know. I hope this video still works. Ha! Have a good day. Bye bye.